Today we're talking about doctor approval. I am one of those instructors that requires my dancers to get doctor approval before they are permitted on pointe or to do toe stands. As I mentioned earlier, I put those two together because the training dynamic should be the same for both. The reason we ask our dancers to go to a doctor is because I don't have x-ray vision. No dance instructor does. And so I take what I'm seeing physically from my dancers. You need to have accomplished my checklist for you first before I would even suggest this being a thing. So I'm looking for your proper body alignment from a flat position going up to releve. Are you able to go up and down smoothly? Are you able to keep that alignment? Are you able to turn just basic turns on releve? Are you able to do all of these things properly that would set you up for your pointe work or toe stands in the future? I'm looking for your ankle and calf strength. I'm looking for the proper turnout abilities. I'm looking for if you're flat-footed or if you have something happening on your foot that could cause problems. I'm looking for the strength in your feet and how flexible they might be or might not be. These are all things that I have to take in consideration before I would even make a recommendation. I need to be able to see that you're able to do demi-pointe, and I actually make it a requirement for my tap dancers before you can even do toe stands in my classes. You have to be on demi-pointe, and you would have to get the pointe, same approval as going into pointe work. You would also then have to be cross-training on pointe. Reason being, when you go up for a toe stand, you need that proper alignment, and it's no different. So by the time you will have passed whatever my guidelines are, I ask for the doctor approval. Reason being, if you are a youth, bodies grow at different rates, so there's not a one age fits all category. We need to make sure that the doctor sees an appropriate fusion happening in your growth plate. If the growth plate in your foot is not at an appropriate fusible point, you can cause damage to that can actually misshape your foot and cause like permanent damage to your foot. For some people, it can be minimal. Others, it can really wreak havoc on their foot growth, and it can also really be painful for like the rest of their lives. So this isn't something that we're talking about just willy-nilly here. We need to make sure that nothing else is happening in your feet either. So I'll even ask that my adults, if they're new, it is still possible to train in pointe. We want to make sure that our adults are also prepared to be on pointe. We want to make sure that they don't have a fracture that is going to like be impacting things, because again, I don't have x-ray vision, so I don't know what's going on in there. We need to make sure that there's nothing that would be detrimental to you doing the work at hand. Pointe work, toe stands, anytime you are up in that position, your body is already working exuberantly hard. In fact, with pointe work specifically, you're pushing your foot past what is normal. And I'm not trying to creep you out, but from the training that we've learned over the years, it has been shown that when we go up on pointe, you're actually slowly deteriorating the cartilage in your ankle and part of your feet to be able to withstand that super arched foot position. Now, this doesn't mean that we're purposely out there torturing the masses, but it is something that I never want to shy away from my dancers. If you choose not to be on pointe, cool. That doesn't mean you can't do demi-pointe, which we'll be talking about at the end of the week. That just means that it's something that you should be aware of when you're taking on the responsibility of pointe work. They are more than just a pretty pair of shoes. In tap, it is more than just adding in some extra cool moves and flash steps. You need to take a serious approach to this. And that's why we ask for the doctor approval. Now, I've seen some doctors who are like, yeah, whatever, and like don't even deal with x-rays. They just look at the foot and smile and move on. But there are others who know the ramifications that can happen if you are not training appropriately. So again, this is something that you need to talk with your doctor about, because we want you training safely. I will see you tomorrow as we talk about returning post-injury. I will see you then.